Yeah,
It's my favorite job, man. That's my best job in the whole world. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Man, we done now. We did the 5 boroughs, man. We talked about them, and talked about them crews and everything that came before these who really got it going on in the 80s, and then we talked about 4 producers, man. So let's go ahead and get into some groups, man. There's quite a few of them out there, man. Groups meaning 3 MCs or more. So you got your UTFOs, and believe it or not, man. Well, I know you'll believe it when I tell you because you know me like that. But I was listening to Nucleus today, bro. And it's like, man, I need to put a one-hit wonder on my list because Damn On It was, bro, they did just that on that thing.
Come
man.
on.
Kyrie, what's up? Drop some dope on these fools.
Represent the gay area.
Hey man, if you put that song on right now,
let's go turn it up.
Everybody who know you gonna start popping. You gonna do something. You're going there. It's about a few. Right. It's a few songs. When you hear them, you automatically start popping. I don't care. I don't care because there ain't nothing else you can do to that song.
That's it. And then the video, once them boys go to wiggy, they start breakdancing and everything. Oh, it was all and popping.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
They made me want to have it. It was a synthesizer, like a keyboard on a guitar.
Yeah, I feel you. The first one I seen with that was I think it was one of them Isley brothers, man. One of Isley brothers.
Isley brothers had one of them too. Yeah.
Isley Jasper Isley. Yeah,
that was my boys. Yeah, I went to Adams, man, looking for it. They didn't have it, even know what I was talking about. Mr. Blunt, he had no idea what I was talking about, and I wish I had a cell phone. I was showing him on the video.
What's the teacher name?
Mr. Blunt, Blount, and it's crazy. I can remember that, right? I just pulled it out of thin air. That was his name.
He might have been my music teacher, man.
What? Yeah, he was a music teacher. That white dude with long blonde hair, bro.
Yeah. That probably was him, man. I used to play the. I started on the I started on the big drums, the big kettle drums. Then I got on snare drum, and then worked my way to the. You had to work your way because you was a junior. I mean, a freshman. You had to work your way up to sit on the drum set. They're for seniors.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I started off on that synthesizer.
Oh, wow.
They didn't have that. Then I said, well, how about a soprano saxophone? They gave me an alto. Said, no, that's not it. The soprano saxophone was what dude was blowing on the Sheila E. Glamorous mic.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I want one of them. They don't got nothing to do. Oh man.
Yeah. Is that which sax is that? That's the alto.
Soprano.
That's soprano sax. Yeah.
The one featured in Sheila E. Glamorous mic is.
Yeah, the other one is a deep one, huh? The soprano one is deep. It's
the soprano is almost like a clarinet. It's like a gold clarinet. It's made like that.
Oh, okay.
And then the alto saxophone is the jazz is like this, like but not as big as the tenor saxophone, which is a larger version of the
tenor. That's what I'm thinking of. Tenor. I'm thinking of tenor.
Yeah, deeper. Yeah, alto is mid. And then the soprano is very high, which is why. That's why you heard it on the Glamorous. Like actually, I believe it had 2 of them, but at the beginning, when the song come on, and then the other one, man, that was my jam, bro. That was my girl. Sheila E was my girl too. She ain't know it, but more about Sheila in a minute, man. But as far as these groups go, bro, and I'm so glad you're here, bro. And like you were just saying, at the beginning of the call, because when we come on, we always talk before we start talking to the people. We talk about some other. This is truly this is real easy right here, right? To just pull these names. And again, shouts out to those groups that got 3 or more MCs. You mentioned ultramagnetic MCs. I never really listened to them. I don't know how many people was a part of the original concept. UTFO had the 3 MCs. They was dope, man. They was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nucleus only had 1 MC. Well, they had 2 MCs actually. And the 3 little boys was just like hype man, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Hype. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're a crew. You know what I'm saying? They were a crew.
As a crew, But and that song is legendary. Absolutely. And the song may belong in the Hall of Fame, but they don't. If you get that. But
Cosmo D was a lyricist, man. I was thinking about this today, and just walk with me with this. When I said classic flow, when somebody is flowing, It's when they say something and they say it and it sound tight when they said it, and then you figure out years later, after 1,000 listens, something that they said. Because he said, you take the C, add the O and the Z, and the M-O and the freaky D, and what do you see? It's Cosmo D. Yeah, baby, that's me. The man spelled his name, bro.
He spelled his name.
He spelled his name. I did not know that until like today. Like, what?
Hey, I just heard that. I was today years old.
I rest my case, but that's what you call a classic flow. You know, when we make the list, we don't know because we plan to do the top flows of the 80s, the top songs of the 80s, and of course the top albums of the 80s. But that song, that's certified.
Hey man, I just want to tell the people, you see how unscripted this is. This is off top. It got me stuck. Hey, and if you go back and watch some early episodes, my girl was telling me, she said, you guys have on the spot come with your list, but the other one has made such a significant, not an argument, but a point and validated with its foundation and built it up. It made the other person change their mind. I said, damn, you're right. She's right. Because we listen to the facts. And once you hear the facts and you hear the truth, if you ain't gonna roll with the truth, it's only because I'm being stubborn. I want to stay over here. Nah, man, if you hear the truth, you gonna side with the truth. So nah, you know what? That's right knowledge right there. That brother spit facts, and I'm standing on that with him.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see where we stand with these three groups, because although we're picking three of them, we may have a couple of the same ones. It's all about the ranking and everything too. So who you got? Who's your number three out of the three groups of all time?
Oh man, number three.
They like Roll and Digital Underground, and there's a lot of them, bro. There was a lot of them. The Fat Boys.
Hey man, but we're talking 80s, so I'm staying right there, and I'm telling you, I'm doing this live. You see how it make me feel when I look at the names. How does it make me feel? I know my list, but I'm saying when I look at these names, what does it make me feel as soon as I see the name? Oh, I'm gonna have to go at the Furious Five, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, we can't be mad at that.
Hey man, hey man, I know how they made me feel. When I would put my head down next to the radio, we had the big speakers, right? Big Pioneer system. So I had to turn it loud enough so I could hear it. So I had to get close enough to the speaker because I didn't want my parents to say turn that down. And so I was trying to close the door. So with me putting my ear to the speaker, I was hearing little things. I was hearing stuff way back there. I said, oh, some more stuff going on back there. You feel me? So now when I'm able to turn it up, man, I know how when I heard this song, dun dun dun, ladies and gentlemen, dun dun dun, it's now the time for the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 MCs. People call me crazy. Hey man, when that song, when those horns started, man, it was like the Olympics. It was like them Olympic horns, man. And when you hear horns, I know we in the 80s, but I don't care what year you go through. You talking about Earth, Wind, Fire? You talking about Ohio Players? You talking about some boy? If you right now, for me, the number one song in Bay Area hip hop history start with, man. When you hear Player of the Year, no matter what you, that mean get up, that mean turn it up. When you hear that song, that to me, that's my number one Bay Area song. It make you turn it up. I'm turning my windows down and I'm rolling. You feel me? That's a hard. Yeah, now, and there's some hard ones out there. Pac and all. Yeah. When you hear, if you somebody rolling down the street and you hear, I can't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck me.
Go crazy too.
Man, you going to get. You gonna get my girl in the background. My girl in the background right now, Bob, mommy in the background now, mommy.
Yeah.
It make you do that. You feel what I'm saying? But back to it. So back to Grandmaster Flash and his friends. When I heard that song right there, it was like the kings are coming. You feel me? The gates are opening and these dudes coming through. You feel me? So
let me ask you this, because this confused me throughout the years, and I don't know why they did it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hear Grandmaster Flash in the Furious Five. Sometimes you hear Grandmaster Melly Mel in the Furious Five.
Yeah.
The same five, right?
Yeah. No. Because at some point, Flash went off by himself. Yeah, Flash went off by himself. He's the mixed master. He's the grandmaster. He went in. So the only reason why they're saying Grandmaster Melly Mel, because you're not a grandmaster in this. He's a grandmaster. We're talking levels. Grandmaster. Right. You work your wealth to you work yourself to be in anything. You work your wealth to be what? A master. The only thing that come after master is a grandmaster. So now, are you telling me that since he left the booth, the scratching, the DJing, now you're a grandmaster at what? Not that. Because if you was that, you'd have been back there. So they only kept that name so that because it was a familiar. You feel me? It was familiar because you don't hear when Mel talk about himself right now. We say Melly Mel. We don't say Grandmaster Melly Mel. We say right. We don't say Flash. We say Grandmaster Flash. So that title, he don't deserve that title, man. Sorry, Mel.
Okay, thanks for breaking it down. And I noticed that Jam Master Jay is a play on that, but they said it was already a Grandmaster. So that's how DMC he tells the story about how he came up with the name Jam Master Jay.
Yeah,
and Jay, of course, Jay liked it. Obviously, he liked it.
Come on, man. Hey, man. And he was that, but the master in his name was just that. He still got a master in his name because he was that.
So, I guess the question is the Furious Five are always the Furious Five. They're still the same Furious Five, no matter what.
Well, I think they kept, like I said, I think they kept that name just because somebody else came into the fold to so that they could still have that. Excuse me. So they could still have that Grandmaster and the Furious Five. Somebody else came in, but I don't remember. You feel me?
Cowboy.
So say again. So who you start with?
Yeah, Kid Creole. Cowboy. I think it was a
Raheem. Scorpio
Kid. And Melly Mel.
We missing anybody? That's it.
Because I think I might change mine, bro. I might have to rock with you on that one because of the fact that in lieu of Planet Rock, we talked about that. In lieu of The Message, talked about that. The first rap song I ever learned, word for word, all the way through at a young age, and they didn't realize it was 4 or 5 different MCs. Or Step Off. But when I was sitting on the corner just to waste my time, and when I realized I was the king of the rock, so just for that, and what I'm saying is they were that bridge between, that song was a bridge between 83 to 85, like late 84, 85, when Run DMC came on the scene and really took it to another level. Because it wasn't a lot of rap songs then.
Yeah, those guys was the bridge for I would say the first what's that first trio that was on the radio? Dang, their name escapes me right now.
Did they Crash Crew?
No, Big Bang Hank. No, Big Bang Hank and
Sugar Hill Gang.
Okay, so I'm talking about, so when on the West Coast we got Sugar Hill Gang, okay, and we see these dudes. You know, they looking, they look like some dudes, but they don't look like nobody I know. You feel what I'm saying? When Blondie take her out. Now when Grandmaster Melly Mel come on, now we not wearing them kind of clothes. but you look like my uncle friend. You look like my cousin and them. You look like the dude down the street. You sound like my Uncle Jimmy. You know what I mean? They had that look. Now, we wasn't tripping on the clothes. Why? Because that was the era Parliament was wearing them clothes. That's the way they was dressing back then.
Right.
Lakeside, whoever, they was already dressing like whatever that is. So when we see the rap group in there, we was like, okay, I guess they just supposed to be like that. You feel what I'm saying? They supposed to look like that. You want me to keep going?
Yeah, I'm glad everything on power, man. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the show must go on. This happened earlier today too. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What happened late last night? Evidently, I don't know why the power went off, and I just know because the clocks was flashing. But if you can see me, I can see you. Hold on. Do I got a light that I can use?
I can't see.
Okay. All right. Man, they playing, man. Let me go.
Hey, man, it look like we in one of those Scooby-Doo mystery movies. Like lightning coming out. It's one of them scary movies, man.
well, the show must go on. My son, we both did a wedding. We both DJ weddings. He was in. I was in Louisiana of all places, and he was in Georgia, and he did a wedding in Georgia, and the couple gave him love. You know, the younger people, they into that video and getting the props, having video, having that confirmation, having that affirmation, having a receipt for something they did. And so they said, in spite of the circumstances, man, you kept it going. So the lights went out during the wedding, during the wedding reception. And somehow, some way, he kept the party going.
He kept it going? Oh, right on.
He kept it going. So he's inspired me now, man. We go ahead, keep the party going.
Hey, man. Hey, man, I'm going to salute the young king on that, because some people would have broke on that. We say, hey man, I'm gonna find a way and I'm gonna keep this going. That's a grand chess move right there, man. So hey man, sometimes it don't matter what said, sometimes it matter who said. You verify, you salute. Hey man, salute that young king, man. He did that.
That's right. Yeah. Like Steve Harvey said, Cool the Gang would have been pulling the plugs. But your choice though, because I had Boogie Down Productions on there, but really I wasn't a fan of Boogie Down Productions' first album though, because it just wasn't. I wasn't ready for that. The second album, Necessary, was fire. The next album was cool, but Necessary was their thriller, to borrow your term. Yeah. But when I think about Furious 5 and see the thing about that step off, when Melly Mel closed it out with When I Rocked with Shaka Khan, I just said Shaka Khan. It's like, oh, he the same one that was rapping on.
He's
what's known now as the first R&B rap duo song.
Oh wow,
that
was
the first one. That was the first
right
one.
There. Yeah. And I remember hearing that. Entities. Yeah, I remember when we heard that, man, and man, it blew my mind. It was sort of like hearing there were no guest appearances out there. You know what I'm saying? So on Curtis Blow's album, he said, "Yo." On 8 Million Stories, he said, "There go my homeboys, Run DMC." They said, "Yo, what's up, Kurt Manager?" And then Run DMC started rhyming, and I was like, "Oh man, they're on the same record." It blew my mind. It blew my mind. If you hear, you feel me? So it felt like that when I heard Melly Mel, because I didn't know that was Shaka Khan's record.
That was Shaka's record.
They was just boogling to it on one of the movies. You feel what I'm saying? So she wasn't the focal point. They was boogling to it, and it was Melly Mel. So she was kind of like the last thing, even though it was her record. She was like the third thing on there, man.
Well, in my opinion, that was genius.
Yeah.
That was genius for them to cross it up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I think we're gonna agree then. We're gonna rock with Furious 5, man, for that one. Shout out Boogie Down and everything. Love Harris won and whatnot. He gonna be on the list of top MCs for the 80s, I'm sure. But he just got knocked out the box.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of people that we left off of here. But understand, I'm saluting them boys. We maybe talking about them later or something. But man, here's the way I see it as a grown ass man. I'm saying, man, look at all these young men out here putting their ideas out here on wax, radio tape, and look how genius they are. Look at the wordplay. Look at what it has done. and it's still going. You feel what I'm saying? Hey man, we gonna be at the club. Wu-Tang, they 90 years old. If they still like Frank Sinatra, if they still going, I'm still there. If they still performing, I'm still there. Yeah, if LL's still performing like Bing Crosby, I'm going. I'm gonna be at the show, man. If I can go, still. So the hip hop ain't gonna die, man. It's just gonna keep going. You feel me,
bro? I feel it. Well, if you heard that intro right there, you already know the second on my list, man, is Public Enemy, bro.
Oh,
it's Public Enemy. You know, with Chuck, Flav, and Griff, man, on the microphones and everything, man, and then to see them in concert, you know, it was definitely a group effort, bro. They really put on a great show. You know what I'm saying? But you talk about some brothers that have them lyricists, like he was just saying, man. And I talked about it before. I believe in 1987 when we did the episode for 1987 about Chuck's flow, man. It was a flow of the year, if I'm not mistaken, or it was definitely a candidate. But on Time Bomb, when he said the new is old, what did he say? No. Here's where it starts. Cycles, life runs in cycles. And I'm reading this time. Look, because it's one of them songs that you hear years later, you really pick up what he's saying. The new is old, but I'm not no cycle. The monkey on the back makes the best excel. How wise is that to say? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's almost saying like when your back is against the wall, that's when you really come out and get your best. Yeah.
Your best.
So the monkey on the back makes the best excel. The people in the crowd make the best rock well. A lot of people don't realize this. And, you know, this is no shade on, you know, the people who I did the wedding for. Okay, DJ, go ahead and get the party started. All right, boom, song is going. Folks hit the dance floor and everything else. Then they come up, okay, DJ, now we're going to do an announcement about, like, what? Like, go ahead, kill the music.
Just get going.
You understand what I'm saying? So, a lot of DJs make it look easy, which is why a lot of people want to become DJs, but they don't realize that it's all about reading a room, even when they're not on the dance floor yet, just reading and seeing what they kind of vibing to, what genre, the era, everything. So once the party start, you go with what you know, based on what you've learned off these people, and then you read the crowd, and it's their energy that helps you be the best that you could be. The people in the crowd make the best rock well. So the more energy you get from the crowd, the more you're able to give to the crowd because you're feeding off them. You want to keep this going. It's synergy, it's momentum. So Chuck, with his flow, is just, and this is on the first album. This not even, when we get to what's highly regarded as one of the best rap albums of all time, and Takes a Nation. This is on the original Public Enemy album. You know what I'm saying? So I got them in at number 2. He said, a fat lady soprano loads my ammo. Hear my jam with a funky piano, easy on the wall, but hard on the panels. A fool smokes cools because he chokes on camels. It's almost like the saying that my home, right? My homegirl, she be with the stuff, and her stand was always, her threat was always, you better go vegetarian because you don't want this beef. You know, like she would say that, and girls would like back down, right? Yeah, and that's what he said right here. They smoking. You go and mess with them cool because you gonna choke on these camels. You know what I'm saying? So bro. Chuck was somebody's MC, bro, to say the least, man. And that crew, they knew what their mission was, and they definitely was working hard to carry it out. So that's what I got next on the list, bro. I got Public Enemy.
Hey, my brother. I won't say I let you, but as you was speaking, I'm just sitting back and listening to you, and I'm like, man, speak on it. And what you said, man, you taught me some stuff just sitting here by about Chuck's pen. Man, his authority on the mic. His authority on authority on the mic. He's a man. You gonna listen to what he's saying just by the way he's saying it. If that preacher gets you with that song, the way his cadence on that mic, you would tune into him. That pastor, that preacher, whoever in that pulpit, he was that. he made you. He had a voice that made you turn and listen. To me, it's like I don't know. Like I'll say like Farrakhan. You hear him, you gonna turn. You hear his voice. He gonna say something. You feel what I'm saying? Chuck was that dude, man. Now. So every time when I heard you speak on that, I'm like, ooh, man. Probably my favorite song on that album, man. Was that your Bum Rusty Show?
That's on the Bum Rusty Show. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name of the album, but the first album,
Bum Rusty Show. Hey, man, you're gonna get your sophisticated bitch. My Uzi weighs a ton. Man, this is Public Enemy #1. Yo Bum Rusty Show. Terminator X speaks with his hands. Man, I salute you for that. But the whole time I'm sitting back, I was like, hey man, go and talk about it because that's my number 2. Also.
Yes, good.
As soon as you said Public Enemy, I started smiling. I said, I ain't got to say nothing. I ain't got to say, hey man. When I was introduced to Public Enemy, it's from PMD. That's my brother, PMD. He had a lowrider truck. We both had lowrider trucks, but I think he had his first. And he blasted Public Enemy. On the back of his window, we used to get stuff painted on the back of the window in the lowrider, the lowrider club we have. It's called Lo and Behold.
But you're part of whatnot.
Yeah. Lo and Behold. That was the lowrider club.
Oh, that's dope.
yeah. So he had the truck and he had the red, black, and green flag painted on the back of his truck like it was blowing in the wind, and it said red, black, and green, and then it was penciled in gold. Remember I spoke on that a minute ago. You had to know what them colors meant to rock them colors. You feel me? Because you was gonna get checked. Right. I'm gonna shout out to my boy Charles Grimm. Who's that? The boy who checked me when I came in with the black medallion thinking I was all like this. He said, do you know what it means? He made me go find out because I didn't know. You feel me? So shout out to Charles Grimm for that one. But man, you said it. You said enough. I don't have to say anything. But when I heard them horns coming out of there, me and my partners were like, man, what is that noise coming out of your? That's what? It sounded like some bull. You know what I'm saying? Because all I heard when he was pulling up, I just heard the treble. I just heard the, and we hadn't heard nothing like that. So since I hadn't heard nothing like that, I started listening. What is it that he's listening to? We from the same house. He from Richmond. He in the Army too. We just said, so why is he listening to this? Because this is not what we listen to. So I started listening. I said, ooh wee. I said, ooh wee. 98 Posse, man. So by the time A Nation of Millions, it takes A Nation of Millions to hold us back.
It was on.
It was over.
Stratosphere. They was out there then. Yeah. It
was over. So that's my number 2. And I spoke on them. They was on the East Coast, and they were saying in a way where they were saying it in a way. My daddy put it like this: you needed Martin and Malcolm at the time of the civil rights. You needed that balance of the two. Right, so you were gonna pick either one. So if you wanted to go peaceful, or if you feel like you wanted to do something, you had to each one. So to me, they was that. They was the Malcolm on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Well, Malcolm. Yeah, they was the Malcolm over there. But if I'm going Martin and Malcolm, nah, it's Malcolm. It's Malcolm. It's Malcolm.
The East Coast is Malcolm.
East Coast is Malcolm, because of the way they was doing it. Now I understand about the Black Panthers and these groups out here on the West, but these guys, we were screaming Black Panther, but they knew the history better than us. They was repping it better than us. They had the medallions. They was so they had the red, black, and green. They had banners. They had the nation out there, the nations of gods and earth. And all these guys was talking about wisdom. You get these guys selling final calls out on this side. I hadn't seen that in the West yet. You feel what I'm saying? So it hadn't made it that way. So they represented that. You feel what I'm saying? Even when Flav had the clock, it was red, black, and green up in there. You feel what I'm saying? So man, they represented something. They represented Black pride. And it made you. Right. The first time I heard Farrakhan was on on It Takes a Nation to
Make It. Music, absolutely. Same here. Same here, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, pushes and stuff like that. Yeah, man.
So brother, salute you for that one, man. Because when I heard you say it, man, I just started grinning. Said, my man. Yeah. Hey, man.
I think it's gonna be the same for our number one too, man. So we could probably just
gotta
do 3, 2, 1.
If we got the same number one, man, I'm gonna turn the lights out and go home. I'm gonna turn the lights off and go home. There's no way. Hey man. I'm throwing a BB and you got a bat. You can't miss it. You cannot miss this, man. You cannot mess this up, man.
Let's go with the 3, 2, 1. NWX.
Had to be. Now, I'm gonna tell you why I struggle with not calling them, because I didn't want to give away who my number one was to our newfound followers and loyal subscribers.
Right.
But could they have been Malcolm? Yeah, but if they was Malcolm over here, then they was Huey Newton on this side.
Okay, there you go. Okay, because they weren't no Martins either.
No, not here. No, not here. No. I would say if there was a Martin, it had to be like Common, even though Common wasn't out there. But Common was like a Martin, you know what I mean? So something like that, you know. But these boys NWA over here, man. So in that era, remember we talked about Larry Smith. And we talked about Dr. Dre, and what I felt about that 5 album run, and this and Dr. Dre's 5 album run. You made me change my mind on this, because based on those 5 albums, I knew what my energy was when I heard those 5 albums by Larry Smith. I knew what the energy. I'm reliving it. When I heard the 5 albums run by Dre, that wasn't the same energy. It was a gangster energy. It was the under energy. That's when we wasn't living so good energy. We was doing things that you know, we was tell the truth, keep it at that. Well, if we listen to Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and Scarface and all them, Ghetto Boys and them, that's during the time we was taking penitentiary chances. We was making penitentiary. We was taking penitentiary chances. We was playing. We was playing with our lives. We was Russian roulette with our lives, all for the point of I'm making a name for myself. I'm sure I ain't no punk. Whatever your motive was, I'm out here to make some money. I'm out here to put somebody down just because I need a reputation to put somebody down. Whatever it was, you feel what I'm saying? You was taking penitentiary chances, felonious capers, and whatnot. Hey man,
and let me say this real fast.
Yeah.
One thing that they miss now in the music these days is, if you notice though, because Cube was like the gangster for real, like, you know what I'm saying, all his raps.
Yeah.
But if you notice, he always talked about the consequences. I might struggle, but still won't lose. Now I'm dressed in the county blues. You know what I'm saying?
County blues. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he talked about what the outcome could be, and we don't have it's glorified now, but they don't talk about the consequences. Like Cube them did, you know. So we definitely need more of that.
Man, that's a great point right there, man. Because on Today It Was a Good Day, the video, he's on the outside doing what he do, and then at the end of the video, he get arrested, and now you go into you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. He's in jail. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't peeped that. Right. I was making videos. I wasn't watching them at that time.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yes. So at the end of the It's a Good Day video, Q get arrested. They surround him. They got the lights on him. Popo's out there.
Right.
Got the blueberries and cherries popping off, man. You got the ghetto birds over him, right? So they arrest him. Now, we didn't know that there's gonna be a part 2 to the video. Part 2 was
check yourself before you
wreck yourself, with Dr. Effects. They catch you from there. They arrest him. Now he's draped in the county blues, and now he's in prison. So he went from having a good day to a worse day, a terrible day, a terrible time. You feel what I'm saying?
Good highlight, great insight, bro. Yeah, I did not know that. I didn't know that. That's what's up.
Man, we teach each other, brother.
That's right. Yeah. So we the dynamic duos. We finna talk about our two dynamic duos. Why two? Because we just wanted to go with two of them, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 boroughs, 4 producers, 3 groups, 2 dynamic duos. That's what we're doing. So I think when it comes down to duos, we talk about 2 MCs on the microphone.
And let them know, because with the group that we're about to say, like say we say Salt and Pepper, we know it's another girl back there, but we just talking about who's on the microphone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
we know Houdini, there was 3, but them 2 was only 2 on the microphone.
Yeah.
So we got to say that those are not crews. That's not really a crew. That's a duo. You feel me?
That's
so
right.
I just want to let them understand what we're talking about.
All right. So out of the ones we mentioned, out of the ones that did their thing, who you got? Who's your first or your second and then your first out of those dynamic duos?
Ooh, wait, man, brother.
I know that was tough. It was tough. It was
dang, tough. Man. Ooh, wait.
You want to go 1A and 1B?
What I'm doing? What? Yeah. Because what I'm doing right now, I know the people I'm going to pick, but I'm looking at the name, see how it make me feel when I look at the name right now. Number 2. I'm going Fat Boys.
You went to Fat Boys? Ooh.
I'm going Fat Boys.
Woo!
I'm going Fat Boys. I know you didn't see that coming. Nobody seen that coming. Y'all can't follow me. I talk trash.
I think I understand though, because people nobody's really said it, but them boys, Marky D and Cool Rock Ski was lyricists, bro.
Man, them boys was raw, man. You got Buffa Love back here, and you got Curtis Blow in the producer box, and he already got a name with us. He already got a name with us, and he producing them. So you tell me, you raw, and now you seen some boys and you signed them. They got to be raw. I want to listen to them. We heard they was coming out, so now we put it in. Oh my God. I'm in the army.
Fat boy.
Dun, 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 in jail. What? Man. Oh my. The tracks? In jail.
Slapping. Yeah.
Without no bail. Hey man. Brother. And that's just the first song. I can go through. There's no skips. I
skipped one.
Which one?
Place to be.
Shame on you. What? Shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Skip dessert tonight.
Hey, I need to. All right. Fair deal. I did. I skipped that one, but him and Beatbox. And I didn't care for Can You Feel It back then. I didn't care for it. I would listen to it from time to time because I didn't understand it.
Shame on you.
I ain't been to a party. I ain't been to the club like you cooling at the clubs and on the wall as it's time to get steady and on the ball. Grab up a girl too, and I couldn't relate.
You feel it?
I barely lost my virginity at that time, so I couldn't relate.
Yeah, man.
But now,
me and my girl just played this. I would say either Friday or Saturday, probably Friday. And I played it for her, and I said, "This is what I want you to listen to." And she listened to my man go off at the end.
Right, that's right.
Man,
that's
we
right.
was in there grooving. You know how we do? We do that light year groove, man. We be on them vapors, and we started to float, and we was listening to that. We was in there grooving. So that's still a concert, and it was new for her. Well, not brand new for her, but hearing it through my ears, because I'm telling her, babe, listen to this, listen for this, or listen to that. You feel me? And oh man, I'm smiling right now just thinking about that song, man. Yeah. So I know the people weren't gonna see the Fat Boys coming, but that boy Marky D, Kuraski, them boys was rapping, and they didn't go back and forth like Run DMC did.
Not really. Yeah,
not really.
They did a couple times, but not really.
Not really. These guys perfected it over here. Run DMC perfected it. These Absolutely. Guys did. Yeah, these guys was kind of they was getting to that, but man, but now you got a human beatboxing. You know, especially on the West Coast, we've never heard of a human beatbox.
The whole new sound.
Never heard of it. Now there was a beef. Back then, y'all wasn't around. Pay attention. Pull up your chairs. I'm about to tell a story. You had a boy named Dougie Fresh that was beatboxing out. He was beatboxing out there on them streets. You had a boy named Buffer Love that was beatboxing out there on them streets, and they was going back and forth between who did it first. Because they was like, both were saying, I'm the first. Run DMC, I heard him say this. He said, whoever put it on wax first was the first to do it.
And then beatbox there. 1984.
That's it. Now, who not going to respect Run? Word, he is hip-hop. He is hip hop. So he said it's about who the first to put on wax. You can say, oh yeah, I beat Michael Jordan in the park when we was playing basketball. We was in the 7th grade. Shut up.
But the Rev has spoken.
Rev spoke. That's it. Hey man. Well, so that's why.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it. I mean, I can't. Like I said, it's the first time I ever had.
Yeah.
So I'm still surprised that you said it though, because they put some motion in the ocean, but these others came and caused storms though. So
they did. They did. This one here is just about this for me. How did it make me feel? How did it make me feel? And when I heard that, it was something that I never heard before. Now it was some fierce fellas that came after us. I said, them boys is nasty. Do you hear what that dude said, man? I said, oh man, that boy tight right there. Oh man, if I was in that group, that's probably who I'd be right there. Hey man, them dudes right there, I never heard that before. So when I used to come home, I was in the barracks, I was in the army, I used to come home and play that, put that on to hear it. As soon as I woke up, I'm playing Fat Boy's album. That's what I'm waking up to. It's either that or UTFO. Which one? Biden. Yeah, what you gonna get? I'm waking up to it. So I'm going back to that year, that time, and them boys made me feel like that. You feel me? And then had me walking around learning how to beatbox. They used to call me the skinny beatbox.
Yeah. You used to beatbox back then too?
I was mimicking him. I wasn't trying to do my own thing. I'm just doing him. When I heard it was somebody else, I heard probably Radio Rock C or somebody like that. And
Radio Rock was rock. Yeah. And he might have been the best one.
Maybe. Hey man, he did what? Did you ever hear that one that boy did with Sanford and Son?
Absolutely. I used to mimic him, man. Me and my homegirl Nikki B, man. She used to do the Fresh Prince part. I used to do Ready Rock all the way through. Hey man,
that Ready Rock when he did Sanford
underwater.
Now do it underwater.
It's classic.
Hey man, that was the greatest that I heard to that. Cause these boys here y'all did it. But this boy put a cherry on top. He went underwater. And I know Slick Rick, I know Dougie Fresh. I've seen him live, and I have seen him do all them tricks and everything he can do. Make the music with your mouth, Biz and all them. But when that boy did it underwater,
Ready Rock did
it. Man, check this out. When you take it underwater, you get off land. You took the thing. You took it off and went underwater, and man, I said, damn, he did that. Then when I mimicked it, I said, oh shit, I could do it too. Hey man,
he did it first, and he did it on wax.
He did, yeah. Hey man, I know these other guys get crowned, but when I heard that, and the dude from Show King is the dude that used to play on Police Academy. That brother did all the little versions and whatnot. Yeah, he was probably the king of it all, man.
For real.
When I heard Ready Rock C do that, I was like, oh snap! I never heard that before.
And then he played Big Mouth backwards. So play it backwards.
Yeah. Hey man.
That was raw.
Hey man, I love your archives. you be digging in the crates, boy. You be digging in the crates for real.
Yeah. All right. So now I had EPMD on there, and EPMD, Eric and Paris Making Dollars was just.
That's your number two? That's your number two?
Yeah, they came on the scene. Yeah, bro. Okay. Yeah, they came on the scene. Must be your number one. I feel it, bro. You can't go wrong with them. But man, they came on the scene. They came on the scene. That was, I'll put it like this. Jam on it. First of all, it was Planet Rock and The Message at the same time, where you would hear everywhere you go, it was on the radio all the time and everything else. Then people started getting more speakers and stuff in their car. So the first bass line I really remember hearing was Jam on It, right?
Yeah.
You hear that bass line going everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then there was another song that we're going to come back to in a moment that was all over the place. You hear everywhere. Well, Houdini, 5 Minutes of Funk was everywhere. I hear that beat. And all the cars passing up and down the strip was hey, man. That was the jam for like a year and a half straight. And then
If we was in the barracks at the time in the Army, we in the barracks, and it was a couple of things that you could buy in your room to make that room feel like it was your room. One, it was a TV. Well, excuse me. It was a TV, and then number one, it was a radio.
Had that beatbox.
Radio. So now you get the beatbox, but then you get the boys that now they stacking components together. Where they got the equalizer, you feel what I'm saying? And they got the receiver, and now they got the double cassette player, and now they got the CD player, and everything light up, and now you got these big speakers. So if you walk in somebody's room and they got that, okay, I'm saying all that to say this. Now you want to show off your speakers. You put in 5 minutes of funk to let the people know how good your speakers were. Dude, ridiculous.
From the first beat.
Dude. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was it.
Hey man, that's gonna be my new intro music. That's my new intro music. When you introduce me, I want 5 minutes.
K-double-D.
I want 5 minutes of funk.
Bro, that's one of those ones. That's one of those ones. That was the next song that I learned word for word.
Never get. Hey, that song's not gonna ever. That song never get old. You never heard 5 minutes of funk and say I want to fast forward it. Stop playing.
It's in my rotation to this day when I DJ. Often than not, it's coming on.
Man, why wouldn't it be?
On. You're 35 and over, you're going to hear 5 minutes of funk somewhere in the mix, bro. It's got to happen.
I'm gonna play that on the way to work tomorrow.
That's right. But the song that took over after that was EPMD, You're a Customer. I was hearing it everywhere. Matter of fact, shout out my boy Victor Cole. I met Victor because I would hear the song up and down cutting all the time, but had no way to get to it. And I was at my grandma's house one day, and I seen him hit the corner, and the street we lived on was he went into the parking lot right there. So he couldn't get away because it was a dead-end street. So I was like, who is this dude over here? And I went over there. Can I borrow that tape? And he was gracious enough. They never known me before. He's probably 25. I'm 14. And he let me borrow that tape, man. I went home and dubbed it and gave it back to him the next day, and I was set. Eric Sermon. I didn't even know it was EPMD. I was just because only thing you really hear is that I hear voices saying that's Eric Sermon, and bro. And then once the album came out, once again, shout out Quentin Youngblood. Said don't listen to the beats, just listen to the lyrics, because the beats was something different for us. I know now it's Aretha Franklin, Rocksteady, and stuff like that. Yeah. But the lyrics stayed on point. And to this day, It's My Thing, spoiler alert, is my favorite one of my favorite rap songs of all time. Not my favorite. It's up there though. Yeah. Of all the time. And I can't include I can't say It's My Thing without saying You're a Customer, because they were together on the, on the single. You know what I'm saying?
And that's Steve Martin. That's Steve Martin too, man. You didn't.
Oh, yeah, Steve Martin hard. That go hard. Yeah.
Get him, Steve.
Yep.
Get him, Steve. Get him.
So I already said Houdini is my number one. Houdini's my number one. It sounds like EPMD is your number one.
Gotta be. Hey, man, when I heard you say EPMD, I was like, "Well, go on and talk to him. I ain't gotta say nothing." because you said most of it all, man. And I'm gonna give you this right here. Them boys look the part. Sometimes if a rapper come on and you see me, like I said, man, he don't even look like he sound. These dudes look like that. And man, and for me, it was the opposite. I listened to the music before I listened to because I'm a little older than you, so I was already hearing them. I was already hearing the Aretha Franklin. I was already listening to James Brown and Kool and the Gang, and of course we didn't know nothing about scratching or looping or nothing like that. But I know this sound familiar, man. Oh, they use this. Dang, I wonder how. Cause I hear Aretha Franklin, I hear Kool and the Gang, I hear Frankie Beverly. You know, how did they? Y'all still got them records? Where'd you get them records from? You had these questions going through your head. But he was genius on how he used them, and we didn't know what Eric Sermon was going to become. But God,
he's a producer extraordinaire for sure.
Man. So anyway, I mean, we already talked about producers, man. But man, yeah, that's my number one, man, because them dudes, because of everything you said, and this is later on, man. The jean suit, fisherman hats. You feel what I'm saying? They was in North Faces, beanies and whatnot. Yeah, man. I was on the East Coast. It was a look and it was the movement. So I'm in that. I remember. I don't think you was rolling with it at this time, but who was that? In one of their videos. Oh, this is when they got the Death Squad together. He had Redman and K Solo and all them, DOS Effects. And in one of the videos that they had somebody was holding a bat. Somebody was holding a bat. It was, I forget which video it was. I think it was Headbanger, right? Somebody holding a bat. I remember walking down the street in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and it had just snowed, right? And there was nobody on the street, but I had to get to the store. It was one of them eerie quiets, right? And I didn't feel safe with nothing, so I took a bat and I walked down the street with a bat. By the time I got to the grocery store, the police pull up. He said, "We heard a man walking through the city with a bat."
A deadly weapon, man.
I was like, "Hey, man, I'm from California. I'm not used to this. I don't know what's going on, but I know I got to walk down the street, and I don't know these streets. So I went in some protection." I told the man, I said, "I didn't want to carry a gun out here, but I felt vulnerable, so I'm carrying a bat." That officer said to me, he said, "You know what? Everything you said was valid." He said, "And I appreciate everything you said." He said, "But I can't have you walking to the city with a bat." So I had to give up the bat, man. So I get back home. Yeah. And that's a little side story. It's a little side story
too, man.
That's what's up. But EPMD, back to our thing. EPMD, man, they had a look, and from the sweaters and the big donkey ropes, man, to the fisherman hats and the jean suits, man, and they was painted up too. And then they just went to the I forget which album it was, but they in there in black hoodies, and they got the hats coming out, Strictly Business maybe. And they standing up over. I said, man, these dudes look like they in the Carhartt suits, man. They in the Dickies. You feel me? And that was look on that side, and shout out to all of them because I still got all and Tim's. They still are up in the closet to this day.
Yeah, not to mention they were very relatable because when you listen to songs like "Please Listen to My Demo" and they tell you basically how they got discovered and they got signed and everything, it's like, oh, okay, they're on the way to shut them on the car overheating and everything. Like, how could you not understand those circumstances? You know what I mean? Yeah. But yet still they push through and then the album dropped. So. I'm about to pivot right here, man, because I know there's people that's going to be like listening and saying, how can you talk about duos and not talk about Run DMC, and they're absolutely right. But the reason we did it this way is because I put it to you like this: if all this episode and all these groups and artists that we talked about, if they were all in concert, and it was a show and it was a concert, it'd be a great concert. First of all, but Run DMC would be the headliner. Am I right about that?
Ooh, I would have to say, I'm struggling with it right now to say where I would put them, because I don't know if they're starting the show. I don't know if they're ending the show. But I think they got to come on last, because if they perform, people might leave if one of these other ones doing it. But if you don't put them on to last, everybody's staying.
I take that as a yes. I was right.
Yeah, when they coming out last, you gonna put them on last, man, because the people won't leave. Yeah.
And for the kids to understand, no Run DMC, there would be no hip hop as y'all know it. It wouldn't have happened. It would not have happened, because they literally double-handedly took it, and triple-handedly with Jam Master Jay.
Triple-handedly.
They sent it into the sun. Here we go right here. Here we go. To me, there's 3 musical moments in film of the 80s that are timeless, that you see it now and you get goosebumps, and it makes you feel just as good then as it does now as it did then. But then if you show it to somebody who's never seen this before, you say, okay, I can understand why you appreciate that. Well, one of them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
When Michael Jackson, Motown 25, when he performed on Motown 25, that is a moment that you can watch it over and over and over again. And I don't know how many times I've seen people do that in school, when we was going to school, and even to this day. If there's a Michael Jackson impersonator, he's doing the Motown 25 Billie Jean thing. Man, took his hat off on this right here. You pledge allegiance, man. What you doing?
Need some tissue. I need some tissue, man.
Right.
Hey, man.
You remember, right?
Yes. You talking about it?
Hold on.
I watched it.
He did though.
I watched it.
Him and the brothers, they did their thing. He's like, oh, it feels so good to do that with all my brothers, including Jermaine. I really like those songs, but I especially like the new one.
Hey, man, but stop right there. Do not forget what happened before them, because they did a medley of their when we seen it, man. That craze of the Jackson 5, and they deserve. They gonna get their own episode, man. But what happened when them boys came out as grown men, and we saw them as babies coming out, man? We should turn on Flip Wilson, man, and we stuck on the TV. We stuck on the TV because, yeah, we was mesmerized by the like the Temptations. You feel what I'm saying? But now these dudes look like they could be in school with us, and they doing that. You feel me? This dude, he was probably about 5 years older than me at the time. They was lying about his age, so I thought he was like, 1 or 2 years older than me. So I'm like, dang, he can do all that, right? I can't do that. how you know how to do that? You feel me? So to see them boys perform that, and then for Mike to take it into the next stratosphere, cuz
Bruh.
I don't even see how, you said there's a few. That's number one. Well, I don't know where else you gonna go.
It is. I should use that one first.
Where you going after that?
That's definitely number one. That's definitely number one. But the other ones ain't no joke. Yeah. I should have used the other one first. You got me.
You sure should. You don't start. Hey man, I just told you, Run D stay for Run D. He's supposed to put that at the end. He's supposed to leave it for the end. You weren't listening.
No, I'm guilty as charged. Let me tell you about the other moment, man. You might not know this one right here.
Stop playing. We're playing, y'all.
We can go ahead and show right here.
Dog, back you. It's a live show.
oh, that's real. Oh, your girl right there.
Hey, man, you might have the commercial.
It's a what can I say moment for real, man.
Joke reel, man. Put that on the joke reel, man. Man, the FedEx came up, man, dropped some shoes, man, and the dog started going off in the background, man. My girl got up and go chase your shoes down here, and then I'm forgetting I'm taping it just now. Just said, shut your ass up. Hey, man, the show is live.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, it's all apropos. I gotta be careful how I put my notes together for now.
It's unscripted.
Yeah, I could have done that one better. I should have read this part by you. We agree Run DMC is the pinnacle. I should have read this. I could have read this part by you. So y'all, hey, don't assassinate me in the comments. I messed up. That was the best moment in television.
Once he said, look, once you start that, man, everything start going haywire. Lights went out, dogs started barking, everything went crazy, man. Blasphemy, man. It's a sign from the Lord.
That was the moment in television. That was it. That was it right there.
For sure.
Oh, man. Well, I was going to mention how much I love Sheila E. And when she was on American Music Awards in 1984, she performed Glamorous Light. She did good.
She did good.
You like boys, they all Lord. Remember he did that on Purple Rain?
That's so far down there.
Well, I like the part when she came back in the dark and was playing the drums. The drumsticks was lighting up in the dark. I like that.
Oh, man.
She wasn't messing with Michael though.
I'm getting CD's performance, man. Because he was lighting up the street. I said I'll put Michael Jackson's Billie Jean video up against CD's performance because he was lighting up streets. Lighting up streets and leaning on people to lighten up all the beats and stuff there. So I'm gonna put Mike, don't you put it, man.
I told you, man. I should have rewrote the script a little bit better. I could have done better.
Oh man. Oh man, that's a good break right there, bro.
Well, I got one more. All right. Back to the subject at hand. Because here's the truth, though. The one I watched the most out of those two, Michael Jackson, Motown 25.
Yeah.
Sheila E., American Music Awards, because I still watch that.
Okay.
But Run DMC, when they did It's Like That on Crush Groove.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
He threw the mic across the stage, threw the mic stand across the stage, and just, bro, that right there is, that's, I can't even explain it, bro. That was,
I would say the only thing for me, the only thing that rivals that for me, and I'm going to Run DMC on this one. It's Like That. Oh my God, was ridiculous. The only other time they did a performance and it made me feel like that. Hey, yo, man, can we see the mics, man? Do. 1, 2, 1, 2. And I say, when I heard that, I lost my mind.
I did too.
I lost my mind. And that performance there, this performance came, the Crush Groove 3, that came after that. But dude, It's Like That. I remember how I felt, and I think that one there may have surpassed that, although it wasn't a TV moment. But when I heard that, I was like, ooh, these boys.
My eyes is watering from laughing so hard. Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. Blurry vision.
When I heard that one, I was like, them boys is on another level. They took that thing because they was already raw. They was already raw sushi.
The whole concept of that song was dope. It's just like, what in the world?
Yeah, for me, it was like this. To me, they was already raw. They was already raw as honey and raw sushi, but this made it rough like pavement because that beat, that track, ridiculous.
Out of here.
Ridiculous. So
I think that's the first time that they had, the 808 kick was around, but that's the first time when you had the vibrating 808 kick. Yeah. I think that's the first song that had it, and had it that deep as well, to whereas Dude, that was busting speakers. If your stuff wasn't right, you didn't have power drive or something. It's busting these speakers, man.
That was Posse on Broadway before Posse on Broadway.
Before Posse, because what happened was the first album I ever brought with Mine Own Money was LL Cool J Radio, and I was at Jones and Harris Records, Richmond. Shout out Jones and Harris.
Shout out to Rich.
And I was there, and I had money left over, and so I went to the 45 section. And somehow, I don't know if the lady told me or somehow Run DMC had a new single. What? And I saw Can You Rock It Like This was on the other side. So I know that song, but I ain't know Together Forever. So I went on and brought the single. I had a little money left over and brought that. Yeah, can you imagine how blown my mind was when I first heard that? For myself in my little room with my little speakers and stuff like, bruh. Yeah. They was them. They was them, man.
Together, forever, together, Run DMC, and we're tougher than leather. Party people, oh my God.
And the echo and all of that on there. I take a stand, my man, and I won't sit, put out the real deal. Like Coke is it.
Oh man. Hey man. Hold on a second, man. Hey, babe, bring my leather jacket down here.
Hey, the lights is when I go get my hat. Hey, the light when I go grab my hat, man. You ain't lying. But hold on. This is why I'm not going to debate or put them in a debate, because sometimes we just have to. Sometimes the only debate is who's better out of Run and D, and even them. The two of them, you can't even say it was one better. They was a cohesive unit, bro. Together, they worked together, man. And then they changed the look with the Adidas sweatsuits, with the black hats and leather jackets, like you talking about.
Hell yeah, man.
They weren't with the flashy costumes and stuff, man. They had the Godfather cap.
Yeah, we knew where to get what they had on. Now they was wearing Levi's, but we was wearing Levi's. You feel what I'm saying? But I can't dress like these kids over here, and like you said, they want to dress like Grandmaster Flash and them. Yeah, but I knew where to get Adidas, and I know where to get everything that you got on. I know where to go and get that. And now you got the suit, please. Now the black one was gangster, but I mean it really wasn't a bunk one out there. I had a cold like white one with ice blue stripes. That was cold. You found it was ice blue, like almost like a pound. Well, I would say almost like a not a Georgetown, almost like a Carolina blue, something like that. So I mean, if you had black and white, that was raw. Red with black with red, either one of them. Yeah.
I like the black with the gold. Stripes on there.
Nasty. That's nasty.
And then they had the gold. They had the gold chains with the Adidas shoe on emblem. You remember that?
Hell yeah. But for the Adidas shoe, it was just a rope. It was just the rope at first, and then it was a rope tag with the
right. But they had that though.
You
crazy
get that.
to have one of them now.
Yeah, oh for sure. Hey man, one of my sneakers. Oh, there's I have a Run DMC Superstar Adidas.
I have.
You got that
with black stripes?
Yeah, come on, stop playing. Stop playing. You need to have one of them, man. For me, this brother's a Richmond brother. Now I got my staples in there, but then there's some that never leave because you just supposed to have them. One is that classic that it's an East Coast hip hop classic, but if it's the hip hop classic, that's that Adidas. Nike never went out of style, but I'm saying Adidas. Nah. Right,
Adidas, Air Force, the crown.
Air Force
they went
One,
for the title.
Yeah, no matter what Nike, Air Force One was there, especially the all white one. Air Force One was there.
Cortez was there.
Cortez was there. If you from Richmond, if you had a sneaker on that stood the test of time every year, that's that all white K Swiss in my day.
For sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
K Swiss. Hey man, that's Richmond. K Swiss.
Yeah.
Guess what? You could put on K Swiss and go out through your day and be crispy and still get to the club in K-Swiss because this is not a tennis shoe.
They're versatile. They're versatile.
Oh man, hey man, walked to the club. My man said, no tennis shoes inside here, no athletic gear. My man said, these ain't tennis shoes, these is K-Swiss. And that bouncer let him in cause he had to acknowledge that. That's another level. And then it depends on how many you got, because you got the crispy white ones, then you got the ones you go to the store, and then the ones you mow the grass in.
Right.
Like bright with brown and green.
Between tennis shoes and Capizios. Remember Capizios? They was the
hell yeah.
You could be casual with some K-Swiss on.
For sure. Yep.
But Run DMC, the way they ushered that in, man, they changed the style temporarily. You know, they had everybody rocking Adidas, and like you say, Levi's never went out of style, but that Adidas, even to have their own clothing brand, man. But I think the best part about it was that they was relatable and that they looked like the people that was listening to them. Get what I'm saying? So it felt like we could easily do what they were doing.
If right now, if you see me, I have it upstairs. If I put on my Run DMC T-shirt, it's gonna get saluted.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I met the red bar not too long ago. Yeah,
the red bar, Run.
Yeah.
The DMC and the red bar.
Yeah.
I got a black one. And a white one. And I got a white one. The white one cold blooded, because on the white one, in between, you got Run up here and DMC underneath that. Right in the middle, man, you got some gazelles. Cold blooded. Yeah. And of course, I'm wearing them with the crispy whites, superstars. You cannot wear nothing else. When you got on Run DMC, you can't have on no J's. You can't have on no Nike. You can't have on nothing else except Adidas. Nothing.
Man, even DMC talked about the one time he brought some, I think he said some Air Force Ones or something like that. And he was walking down the street. He said bus drivers was pulling over like, bro, what you doing? What's up? He said he had to go back and get his.
He went back in. Hey, I heard that story. He said he went back in there. He said he left his Adidas there and bought some new ones and left. He said he went back to the store and put on his shoes and left the new ones. You can't change, man. You can't change the game. You got to have yellow, green, white, blue, red. White with the black stripe, black with the white stripes. That's how we want to see you in. For real, man. Yeah.
Well, here's the next thing about them, though. They had the streets unlocked as far as the culture, as far as the way they dressed and everything. But this is what really was revolutionary, man. They changed the sound. When they was working with Rick Rubin and others, they stripped the rap down to just the hard drums, and then they had their aggressive rhymes and their rock influence. A la like Michael did with Beat It to get into MTV and everything else. Mike got him through the door, but Run DMC came kicking it in, Walk This Way. That song with man, it wasn't just a hit record, man. It literally kicked the walls in, man, between rap and mainstream radio. And it was huge for our culture at that time, bro.
Hey, man, them dudes, add to that, man. They had no perms, no braids. Peasy headed, still get paid. They just had regular.
I didn't know what Peasy meant, but I understood what they said, though.
You understand? Yeah, he can't get a comb through it.
That's all I know. Jam Master cut the record up and down the crossfade, bro.
Hey, yo, man, can we see the mics, man? Hey, man, these dudes made it cool. Before, when we seen the Adidas suit, it looked like something that you would see a professional tennis player wearing. It wasn't really out there. You might see one of them guys at the park hitting it up against the wall, and maybe he got the shorts on, maybe he got thing. Them dudes made it cool to get in that, and that's a suit, that's a track suit. But now it's cool to get that. Let's go get that. You feel what I'm saying? And we got the shoes match. All of my boys was in Adidas at that time. You feel what I'm saying? Adidas was suit, and even if we was all had on the same color, it looked like a crew. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
that's right.
It was sick, man. It was. Yeah.
Here's the ironic part about it, though. I don't know if people really realize this. They really had a less than a 10-year run. Can you believe that?
But you know what? Okay, feel me on this. At that time, we didn't know what a 10-year run was, so we thought because we didn't know hip hop was going to get old, we thought it was going to fizzle out, fade out, or the people was going to fade out. Because why? Because we never seen an old rapper. Why? Because it's been started with us, or right before us. So we didn't know what an old rapper looked like. We knew what an old rock and roll dude looked like. We knew what an old jazz player looked like. We knew what whatever. But we didn't see disco get old. So we figured, oh, these guys gonna fade out. These guys gonna fizzle out. You feel what I'm saying? So at that time, they had a decade or less than a decade. But what they did with it, what they did with that, got have them at number one, legendary, and there's nobody better than them. Nobody.
They still relevant to this day, and if you're able to see them in concert, it's an absolute treat.
I'm going.
It's an absolute treat.
I was if I'm a man. I know I'm live on the West Coast, but I'm East. I just gravitate towards East for some reason. Man, if I saw Run DMC, I would want to see him in New York. I don't want to see him in the town. I don't want to see him in San Francisco. I want to see him. I went to a concert. I think it was a couple years ago, maybe a few years ago now. It was called the New York State of Mind concert, and it was Wu-Tang, Nas, and Busta Rhymes. When it was coming on, they had the projector up, and they were showing New York and subways and graffiti and this, that, and other.
Yeah.
And man, the only thing that would have made that concert better, I had great seats. My son, bless, it might have been for my birthday or something like that. He bought his daddy some seats. Man, I was right there, me and my girl. Man, the only thing that would have made that better is if I was in New York.
Right.
Yeah. Because it felt like if they had up the chain link fences, they had the graffiti, they had the subway car up there. You feel me? And we can't hate that on the West because this is the birthplace. So we got to accept that. That's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if 40 of them come out and put a BART train up there instead of a subway train, we gonna understand that. Ain't nobody else gonna understand that. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Man,
so
you actually brought back a heartbreak for me because I think it was like 2023, maybe it was early 2024 where they said, I think it was for 2024. I saw an article or on Facebook or something that DMC was saying they're gonna do their last performance together. It's gonna be at the Garden in Madison Square, and it's gonna be recorded for a documentary. And I said, I'm there. No matter what, I'm there. And I checked the ticket sales for looking for it, and it never did show up. And then they actually did it a little different. They performed a little different at so that must have been 2023, and that's when they did the other show where they performed together. It wasn't Rock the Bells. It was hip hop tributes. I think it was.
Yeah, and it was last, right? I think they was last.
I would have gone there for that. They supposed to be last. Of course, they was last. I would have flown because I feel like this. If I go to New York, I need at least 2 weeks because I got to hit every borough. I got to go to 25th Street, Apollo Theater. I got to go to Farmers Boulevard. I'm going to Hollis, Queens. I
everywhere,
have to get around. All this stuff I've been hearing for the last 50 years of my life, basically all my life. I've been hearing about. I've got to see it. I don't want to go for 2 days and then fly back home. I would have done it. For that last Run DMC concert, I would have done that. Overnight, I'm good.
I feel you. Hey man, shout out to my ex-girl. She took me, man. We were living in Pennsylvania, and she said, took me up to New York. She said, I'm gonna take you to all 5 boroughs. And I got to all 5 boroughs in the same day. We wasn't rushing through. We took our time and we migrated up and probably stopped in this town or that town or whatever. Right. But the destination was New York, and I got to go to I got to go to the Harlem. I got to go to the Boogie Down. I got to go to Staten Island. I got to go
dope. That's so dope.
Man, one of my best memories was being in Harlem. Going into a store that I don't remember the name. It was a fish spot, and I put I'm outside. We could have sat inside, but I wanted to stand outside and soak up Harlem. So I went and put the food on the roof of my car and ate the fish, ate the white fish, man, right there, man, and the fries as I just sucked in Harlem. That's one of the best memories I have. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Because if you're thinking of some black cities across America, historically, that's the blackest. Historically, Harlem is. It says something. It says something. You feel what I'm saying? It has some class up in there. You feel what I'm saying?
Hat off to you for that, bro. That's what's up. That's an experience right there, bro.
Yeah. Oh man, beautiful thing. I told my girl I'm gonna be off in a couple of about a month for my birthday. I took off about 3 weeks. Number one on my list, I'm going to Yankee Stadium, and I'm going to watch the Yankees play ball in Yankee Stadium. I've never been, but I'm going.
When is your birthday?
August 21st.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Carbone. Hey, I told you, get them gangster restaurant. Get the Carbonis. Get the Carbonis.
Tell me about that. Yeah. I'll check in with you before I get out there for sure.
Right on, for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's just like this, man. When it comes to them duels and these groups, man, if Public Enemy gave hip hop a voice. NWA gave hip hop the attitude, but Run DMC gave hip hop a passport, man. From city to city to state to country to country, bro. You know what I mean? They got stamps all over the place, but they helped take the culture from the park to the world, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Hey, man, I'm gonna say this, man. When not Michael Jackson, I guess it's not Thriller. Hey, man, for you to attack the king at that time. When he's on top, you stepping on his glove. I said, "Ooh, you did that? Come on, man! That's Mike." Hey, man, that made me cringe when they stepped on Mike's glove because Mike is the king. And if you know somebody just from an article, if you see it's Mike's socks, it's a hat, but it's the glove.
Absolutely,
it's the glove.
That's
it's
the identity.
Glove. And if I see them boys step on the glove, I say, "Oh no, Lord have mercy."
But not long after that Motown 25.
yeah, man, because he was king. He was king at the time, man. So for them to do that, it was a bold move. But we at the time, I didn't know how aggressive hip hop was. Meaning, we're battling. This is a battle. We're lyricists, and this is the liquid sword. This is the liquid sword that I'm gonna cut you down with. You feel what I'm saying? They're battling. You feel me? And they came in battling, and they took on the king. You feel me? They took on the king, man. Yeah, so.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, nothing else need to be said after. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, man. We had the 5 boroughs. We did the 4 producers. We did 3 crews, 2 duos, and 1 legendary group. So here's the thing. Tonight wasn't just about who made the best records. It wasn't just about who sold the most albums. It was about identifying the architects, the innovators, and culture shapers who helped make hip-hop what it became and what we know it as today. From the producers who crafted the sound, to the crews that built the movements, to the duos that created unforgettable chemistry, and each played a role in shaping one of the greatest decades in music history. But now we want to hear from you. Did we get it right? Who are your top producers of the 80s? Who are your top crews? Or who are your top duos? You know what I mean? And then who deserves the title of Legendary Group of the Decade? Drop your rankings in the comments and join the debate. For Kari KDD, I'm DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay. This is Big Classic Flow.
Know what you're talking about when you get up in there. Comments. Don't just be. You better know what you're talking about, boy.
This is Big Classic Flow, the mix, the culture, the movement. And remember, every beat tells a story. The flow is how it's told. And we'll see you the next time.
Peace.
Kyrie, what's up? Drop some dope on these.
I represent the gay area.